Well, hello again everybody, welcome back. So something a little bit different today, but spring has sprung, so it's about time I moved back into the shed after moving out to the winter quarters when it got cold. So I've started moving everything back in and I thought I would give a quick tour of the lock shed. So it's a little bit awkward with the sun at the moment, but if we start off with the doors. Sorry if it's a bit jiggly, but I'm not used to doing the camera by hand. So we have, start off with some of my key blanks. So just a small selection there. And into the shed. So you can see there is my chair, and here is my picking area. So we've got the tripod there with the, or not with the camera's in my hand, but that's where the camera mounts, how I do the filming. So a couple of vices and picks, all that sort of stuff. Then at the back there we have some tools and a nice view out into the garden. This here is where I keep all my picks, all the ones I'm not using. Then we've got some lock lube and pliers, bits and bobs up here, and some padlocks all hanging on there. And this is basically where I sit most of the time. So lighting, I've got spotlights up there, little rack for my laptop, radio. Let's just turn this on, there we go. And my Route 66 neon sign. I've got the lamp here as well, which if I can get far enough back is all goes all over the place, so that's what I use most of the time. Good thing with being in the shed is I get light through the double doors and in through the window, but sometimes it is a bit too much. So I've got my radio, and as we move along, more racks up here. These are all full of key blanks, that sort of stuff. Here's all more repinning stuff. That's screwdrivers, I've got security pins, American, standard pins, stuff for the best locks. Whole selection of key tags at the back. And more storage here with all sorts of bits and pieces in, some locks, other bits, keys in there as well. And if you give me a second, so I'm going to have to move my chair out a little bit. This isn't the biggest of sheds, so we'll come round. Let's start at the top here. Padlock boxes, some Euros here, a couple of Corbins, a cheap Dimple lock, Union, ENS, Finkhouse, WKS, and some multi-locks. Attachment for the Dremel, bolts on the bench, use it like a router. Some old cheap locks in there. More boxes and boxes of key blanks, which I'm still got to try and sort out. Over in the corner here, this is a machine for cutting lever lock keys, which does all work. Needs a good clean, but I'll get round to that sometime. I wasn't actually after that, it just came as part of a job lot, and the other part of the job lot was this one here, which is for your normal pin tumbler keys. Duplicator, works fine. I've got a whole selection of blades with it, and a whole big box there full of Y1 blanks. Then over to this corner we've got a load more key blanks. They all came as another big job lot. And here is where I do my pin making. So we've got the Dremel, all the files and extra vise. If I do picks, do those over here. Got the drill press in here, extra light. Up there shines down. And then round a touch further. And got a couple of bench grinders. Don't get used much, mainly for buffing and cleaning things. Then we've got storage for locks. What we got here, this is all Miele's in there, LSH's, Isaiah's, Era's, Zone, GG's, Yale's. Those two here are both full of no names. Rim cylinders, a couple of €0.5, Essex, a couple of cabbers in there, a Dimple training lock, some locks that hold Euro cylinders, whole selection of locks up there, all with no keys, Vita, a box full there of pre-cut keys so I can copy them or use them if I'm repinning stuff. I've got the keys over here as well, 5 and 6 pin. Mine's gone completely blank, can't remember what we call them now, but they're the sets for doing the cuts, so I can actually do my own cuts on those. What else have we got? Load of pre-cut mortise lever lock keys all up here, just for tryout ones, and all of these I've got the pre-cuts for as well, and load of bump keys. That's about it, I think. So like I say, only a little shed. Oh no, we've got more storage under here. This is all full of key blanks as well. I'll keep my sandpapers up here. Got a bin. And let's get my chair back. Oh, knocking stuff over. Excuse me. So, there we go. All the colours have come up now, it's warmed up on the sign. So that is the lock shed. So, but it is 6 foot by 8 foot, that is it. So, anyway, had a lot of questions about it in the past, hope I've answered them all. There's still more to move in at the moment. From indoors, I've got the naughty bucket and stuff like that. But it will come in over the next few days. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.